3 to 5.
What time do you need the warning?
QE at 3.
QE at 3.
That's the minimum.
All right. It's Lexi.
When I was younger, I choked on a piece of pepperoni one night at dinner. My mom unsuccessfully and improperly did the Heimlich, and I was turning red and purple, she said, so I pulled out the pepperoni and essentially saved my own life. That is why I want to teach you the proper way to do the Heimlich today, so you can learn how to save, hopefully, one of your family members' lives. I've done research on this maneuver, and today I will show you how to perform this and tell you why it's important. According to Harborview Injury Prevention and Research Center, 4,700 people in the United States die yearly from choking, and 40% of accidental injury deaths are infant under 1. This is another important reason to learn the Heimlich. According to the American Heart Association, Heimlich, also known as abdominal thrusts, are for people who are choking and food is blocking the airway, unsuccessfully allowing air to get through, and is not recommended for children under 1. The thrusts raise the diaphragm and force air out of the lungs, causing the person to cough and hopefully expelling the food. How to do the Heimlich. According to HeimlichInstitute.org, you stand behind the person, wrap your arms around, making a fist, with the thumb below the rib cage but above the navel, placing it there, wrapping your other arm around, and upward thrusting motion until the food comes out. Do not squeeze the rib cage when you're doing it. I believe that's what my mom was doing. That doesn't cause the air to come out and cause the cough. On an unconscious person, you lie them on their back if they are not already. You kneel side to side across from them, face them. Put your fist, although in the opposite position, in the same spot below the ribs, and push, causing the food to come out. And on an infant, the same way on the back, but just your index and your middle finger in the same position until the food comes out, and be very gentle. If a person is choking, do not slap them on the back. It can make the matters worse. It can make the food go deeper down and not being able to come back up, or you never know. It says not to slap them on their back. You can also do the Heimlich to yourself with a chair or a flat table and thrusting it against yourself or your fist. But they said mostly the chair causes greater force. The Heimlich saves lives every day. Here is why it's important. It was introduced in 1974, and since then it has saved thousands of lives. And it could save one of your family members' lives or strangers. It is great for people with children to know, because you never know with young children crawling around the house what they could be getting into. Now that you know the proper technique and important reasons to know how to do the Heimlich, keep the information handy. You never know when you might need it. Heimlich is important for anyone to know, because you never know when you might need it to save a life. Family member at dinner, walking down the street. Doesn't matter if it's a family member or a stranger. As long as you save someone's life, that's a great feeling, and it's important. Thank you. Questions? You can ask if you want.
See a lot of people raise their arms when a kid is choking. Does that not work?
That's when they're coughing, not when they're choking, really. It raises the diaphragm up, because when you raise your arm, your diaphragm comes up. That constricts the lungs.
So you say don't pat them on the back because they could swallow it?
It could cause it to go down farther, but not all the way down.
Is it possible to injure someone by doing the Heimlich improperly?
I think you can crack a rib, but just like CPR, it's better to have a rib cracked than have them die.
I agree.
I always thought that they taught you to use the heel of your hand instead of like the fist or the thumb.
They said for another person to use, because the thumb gives you a nice pressure on that little notch to force it up, where I don't think the heel, you could get that around from behind somebody to